This match is great too. This match is great. This is such a fun way to start EVO top 8, actually. James and I are talking about how the top 8 has no Bisons and no Rashids, no Akumas. Even until Mago switched in Winners Finals and Grand Finals, no Karen. Anyway, this is the first match of top 8. Menat versus Sakura. And this is cool that we get to see this right away, right? There's great character variety in this top 8. We almost had Alex and Dawson in top 8. There was like 12 or 13 characters or some shit like that in the top 8 because everybody was playing a bunch of different characters, right? Like, there's only 2 people who only played 1 character, I think. Everybody else was playing multiple characters for the tournament. It was great. This matchup, obviously, it's what you guys expect. Menat a little bit better in this season. I think her V-Skill 2 and V-Trigger 2 are solid. And I think, you know, obviously Sakura is okay in this version. She's like a mid-tier character. I think both of these characters are mid to upper mid-tier characters. Somewhere around the 15 mark. The nice thing about Sakura too is her back walk speed is very fast. Her walk speed in general is quite good, but her back walk speed makes it so that it's when the orb is behind her, it's very easy for her to just walk out of range of it. So a lot of times when Sakura is right here by this orb, she just walks back and avoids the situation. This time we see Nauman do double dash, and look at how much distance she covers. Her dash is super fast. It's not a very long dash, but it's super quick. So for situations like that, she can either walk back and avoid the orb, or yeah, do something like that with a double dash. V-Trigger 2 with Menat gives you, I think, a little less control individually of each orb, but it gives you a lot of control horizontally, right? Because you can let the orbs release. So I think it gives you like a little bit more control. Yeah, exactly. It gives you a little bit more control horizontally immediately. That's what both Menat's V-Skill and V-Trigger 2 give you. When you're in V-Trigger 1 or V-Skill 1, you don't have something fast horizontally that moves across screen besides orb toss. Orb toss, orb recall, right? That's really what she does most of the time. What I do is thank Dr. Incredible for dropping the big Twitch Prime. Doc Incredible. Thanks very much. I gave you a PhD unnecessarily. My bad. She doesn't really have something fast horizontally that's super threatening besides orb toss. That's what she's got, right? Orb toss. That's what she does. She just throws that. This is less risky for her to do. She can hold the orb and still do it. And thank Kayamo PM for dropping the big Twitch Prime. So for Menat to be able to hold onto her orb and then have something horizontally that is like scary for you to deal with, I think is pretty big. It's very nice. So V-Trigger gone, big jump in. I think maybe only sweep was going to combo there. Punish. You see Sako switch between V-Triggers and skills a lot in this top 8. I think both are good. Yeah, and also Menat V-Trigger 2 does not require execution. You know what I mean? So you don't have to manage the orbs individually. You just have this big threat on the screen that you don't have to worry about. Sakura, what she does in this matchup, notice how she walked back away from the orb. This is the strategy if you're Sakura here. Notice how she can handle the orb. Walking back, she's out of range of the explosion immediately. And then she can just do dash dash and cover all this space really quickly. See, walk back away from the orb. That time jump instead of dash. That's the mix-up approach that Nauman's doing to throw off Sako. Walk away from the orb right here. If he does dash on the ground, Sako's waiting to check the dash, right? Instead, like you see the jump back, Sako was like, oh shit. And then the drill, obviously, on the dash is way too high in the head. So I think that ability for Sakura to do walk back away from the orb, dash dash, or jump or whatever, she's really fast in those moments. It gives, you can tell that, yeah, walk away from the orb, it's not a threat anymore. While in V-Trigger, or if you charge it up, her Fireball is also quite good for dealing with Menat zoning. EX Fireball, Tatsu hits, walk up throw. Yeah, EX Fireball is great. That dash was a little, he needed a little much, and he kind of went big. When the orbs are out like that, it's very good. Yeah, you're just stuck here. Even her walk speed doesn't matter so much. Although now she's gained... Yeah. She's kind of like stuck behind that... Oh my... When you're stuck with the orb next to you like that, you actually don't have too much you can do, right? It's really only when she does like dash dash or if she can walk away from the orb. But Sako cut off the screen and didn't let Nauman create space. Which is something you have to do since she walks back so fast. Cutting off the screen was good.
hits you, he's gonna combo you and kill you too, right? So, you know, in that moment, you don't really have that other option. Fireball uses it to clash.
Yeah, double dash, just check that time. Sako was ready for it. So now, like, kind of throwing off Nauman. Charge up Fireball is great because Orb Recall and then V-Skill is what Sako has to do to beat it. Otherwise, you see, he can't just absorb the 2-hit Fireball. You have to challenge 1 hit of it first and then do the Reflect or whatever. Yeah, this is good damage. Set up. Overhead orbs come down. And those really are just to cover the situation, right? I said overhead orbs, like you have to block them overhead, but I mean, they come from the sky. You don't like really do them besides they're just setting up like something to put you in block stun to create a throw or no throw mix up. Yeah, he reflected the V-trigger Fireball. They're not overhead, but I just call them overhead orbs because they come from the sky. You know when you call, like, I don't know, a fireball that's on the ground a low fireball, but what's it called? It doesn't hit low. Same kind of thing. Yeah, I think he read a back roll there, by the way. That could have been the kill. Let me look at that setup again. Sorry, I'm curious. After this knockdown, dash jump, I think he was... Yeah, I think he expected Sako to be further back. Yeah. The situation before this... Look at how fast it happens, though, too. This is something Nauman does quite a bit, by the way. Dash, low, medium kick, Tatsu hits. One thing you see quite a lot on both knockdown situations and after stuff like this Tatsu is... Backdashing here is very good. The reason backdashing is dope is because if Sakura commits to something that gets you air flipped out, you just land and she buffers a fireball or uppercut or something and she is punishable. So a lot of people backdash after Tatsu because a spaced out +2 is not that big of a deal. But then if Nauman reads that, he dashes to chase the backdash. You see him go for this quite a bit in the top 8. Huh? He does jump light kick for cross up. He's not looking for empty jump low. That should have been jab, jab, uppercut, or crouching jab, standing jab, light kick. V reversal is really good there, and standing light kick is check, like it'll just kill you. It's a really good button there. Oh no! V skill 1, V trigger 1. I expect Nauman wants V trigger 1 for charge fireball and the V trigger. Damn, that jab check was good from Sako. Yeah, one thing I always think about when it comes to Sako is that his ability to play point blank right next to you in like that range is it's like always been his strength. I noticed it when he played Elena in the last game, how good he was at just walking right up into your face and hitting jab. And in this game, I think it's very noticeable when he plays Menat and just plays that same kind of jab range or short range. Really, like, he's so good at it. He's really good at playing right next to you without fear. With a character that traditionally wants to keep more space than that, especially, right? Like Elena, obviously, her jab was half screen, so I guess Menat's is pretty far too. But it's something that he's very good at. See, charge fireball. The threat here about charge fireball is 2 hits, right? So obviously, like, you charge it up so that even if she throws the orb and it clashes here, Nauman is behind it, waiting for Sako to, like, you know, reflect or do something. Also, somebody brought it up earlier, but her V skill is slightly different whether she's holding the orb or not, whether it's a reflect or an absorb, right? So it has different properties depending. Yeah, I think that's like the first time stand light kick has really even been a factor from Sakura. Normally it's very good, but in a matchup like this, where the orbs, you know, you're not hitting the orbs, right? You're just like, all right. Charge fireball. Yeah, see, that's what the V skill is for, I think. So wake up short that time. Notice that every other time in the set now, when Nauman gets a knockdown off of wake up short, or sorry, off of V skill Atoshi, he always tries the meaty. He's always like tries to keep it tight because of that one time Sako woke up button.
The early seasons of Menat, potential to get 2 of those V triggers in 1 round.
Nauman trying hard to get in now too. Has the fireballs, uses some of the V trigger fireballs.
She's using V skill 1 for Menat. It's V trigger 2. That jump roundhouse is very good, by the way, and very scary when it hits. But yeah, I know what you mean. I think V skill 2 with Menat is quite good too. We'll see it in the set he plays and loses bracket. You know, I think that was just a miss buffer, right? Raw EX Tatsu cracks me up. It's safe, right? So like, why not? That's pretty funny. What up, Antoine? Goichi doesn't really play that much Street Fighter these days. I did not know that was airborne during that. I mean, it makes sense, right? But
Last round too is that we haven't seen a lot of raw Tatsu from Nauman. I think that's the way Sakura players get in a lot, right? So I was hoping to see a little bit more of it. In this round, he's been doing it quite a bit. He's gone for a couple. Sakura just stuffed the first one.
you know, he didn't lead with jump roundhouse as much in the beginning part of this, as much as Antoine gifting that lovely sub. Thanks very much. But jump roundhouse is so important in a matchup like this, right? Oh. Yeah, activate the V trigger again. You get 2 charges, so you know you spend it. You're all right with it. You're all right. They can cap him off for dropping the big 13 months. It's been a year, so probably. Wow, medium punch anti-air. What the fuck? That was a good jump. If you know he's not going to do like low forward fireball or stand light kick fireball there, I think that's a good read on the situation. Double dash. Ah! And he ran out of V-trigger fireball right there. It was like right at the end, right? When he hits the look at this low medium kick. He throws this fireball. He goes over low medium kick. He's like, oh, sick. I'll just fireball. Ran out of V-trigger right before. Super, super unfortunate. What up, Asa?
Or in that case, he thought he had V-trigger still, right? Which is why he thought the low forward fireball was going to combo. He could get a juggle after, right? So he just run out of V-trigger.
Good read. He's thrown a lot of those up fireballs, and I think that's the first one that's hit. He's gonna jab. He's always gonna jab there. It's the 3rd time. He's sick of you. He's like, I'm sick of your shit. I'm hitting jab. I don't know why he got hit. I think he maybe tried to uppercut. I like the V skill. Look, right here, he hits his meaty super. He does not want Sako to wake up buttons like he did before. Oh, no. That was a good snipe. I think that is a problem, though, in this situation, right? Look at the meter from Sako here. He has critical art, but he spends a bar here on the EX. I don't think critical art would have comboed there, but like, you know. That sucks. To build the meter and have critical art, but not be able to use it in the juggle there. Also, I wanted to see what he did here. I think when I first saw it, I thought he either tried slide or crouch interferes. Yeah, slide, right? I don't think critical art would have actually comboed there from Menat in that juggle situation. He tried slide, right? Yeah, I thought so.
I think he knew if he had blocked that fireball, that probably would have been enough block stun for Nauman to get that chip. So at the last second, so he was like, oh, I'm going to block. Wait, I can't block this. Here he comes. And then it was too late.
Yeah, in that case, avoiding chip out was pretty tough. So Nauman on the board now.
Not going to let Sako take this one. Look at that dash forward. 3 of them in a row.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the critical art situation with Menat. I'd have to look at it again. See, that time he did 2 throws, and then immediately it was like, all right. Let me make sure he doesn't wake up button on me. Mix up.
Sakura is hurt pretty much the entire time. It's just she needs those hits.
Especially once she gets you in the corner, like you were saying.
Double dash. Nauman's doing a better job of, I think, chasing when she throws the orb. Right there, Sako read it, but he's doing a better job of like sneaking in these dashes. That was a good jump from Sako, knowing the V-skill was coming, I think.
There you see right there, moving forward and then throwing out the crouching medium kick all of a sudden, catching Sako by surprise. And now just gonna try to build space with this V-trigger too again.
Yeah, Nauman out of V-trigger now as well, so it doesn't have it.
Yeah, that was good coverage of the V-skill also.
Deflect into orb release.
Crush. This should be the kill.
That hurts, man. Sakura does good damage too when she hits you. That is one thing that is quite nice about her usually, right? You got into medium in the corner, you're chilling. Damage is really high. EX up, fireball, Tatsu uppercut. In this version, you're chilling, man. When you hit people with Sakura is that kind of character. Although she was that kind of character in Street Fighter 4 as well, right? Which is like, her ground game is solid enough, and when she hits you, it fucking hurts. You're like, oh no, what just happened to me? Yeah, her buffers in mid-range with like stand light kick, really good. Crouching medium kick, really good. It's just like her fireball's not great, and she doesn't just like bully characters on the ground or something, you know? Some characters, but not a character like Menat, I should say, right? She still has to chase in some matchups. This is a good example of that kind of matchup. His anti-airs are looking solid in this round. So if you're Nauman, right, you probably start to dash a little bit more instead of jump because jumping has been stuffed so much. Jeez, I cannot believe that hit behind the head. Double dash. That's the scary thing about Sakura. The distance she covers with stuff like that so fast is real dangerous. Wanted the wake up button, he didn't do it. So, one thing that we've seen pretty consistently from Sako is he really wants to poke out in ranges like this and activate. So I love low forward fireball, backdash, knowing stand medium punch or something was coming for the activation, and then the jump as well. And this is, you're smoked. She hurts, man. Caught feeling, we talked about all kinds of stuff. We talked about Grasshopper dropping the big 4 months. A lot about EVO Japan. A lot about Leroy, a lot about character balance, and yeah, just all kinds of stuff.
I don't think she's one of the characters that a lot of people talked about after the patch notes were revealed for Season 5, you know?
Yeah, it's not like she's a tremendous winner. Wow, the hands here, but she is solid in this version for sure.
It's amazing how many small things can do to change a character.
The interesting thing about Sakura is I don't feel like she's super powerful in this version. Look at this damage. Oh, I don't think she's super powerful or anything. I really just think nice. He has checked him there a few times, and so I think Sako is committed to it. I think that was a good risk on walk up throw. She's not super like cheap in this version of the game, you know what I mean? She's not super messed up. She's not calling me standing medium punch or anything like that. Thanks very much for dropping the big Twitch Prime. She's just solid. Gets the job done. Her walk speed is cheap. Walk speed being fast is a really useful thing to have, I'll be honest.